saying hail Satan. That is what you do with your
Рок-концерт,
sin. But you're being fooled.
проповедь
Your sin is
Евангелия.
not doing you the good that you think it is. It's only a little bit of pleasure, short-term gain, long-term pain. That's what it is. That's what your sin is. When you serve the devil deceives you, saying that your sin is going to do you some good, and it's a lie. Your sin is only a mirage. Your marijuana smoking only makes you high for a little bit, but then you're still just as miserable as you were before, because the problem in your life is not a lack of marijuana.
For you,
The problem
For
is
you.
a lack of God. A lack of
For you.
relationship with God. The problem
God bless you.
is not that you don't have
For you.
enough marijuana. The problem you're living in sin. The problem is you have a guilty conscience. That you live
For
a
you.
sinful life. That's what the problem is. The reason you're not
Роздаем
satisfied
трактаты.
when you're sober is because something's wrong. You have a guilty conscience. You try to drink away,
For you.
have a good time, you try to get high.
For you.
But the
God
problem
bless
is
you.
not a lack of booze. The problem of your soul is not a lack of
For you.
marijuana. Your problem
For
is
you.
you don't have a proper relationship with God. The problem is you have a guilty conscience. And so today to get right with God, today you're coming here to this concert, you are not right with God. Today if you're coming to this place that worships sin, even openly worships the devil, you're not right with God. So we're here to tell you the good news and the bad news.
Нет. Молодец,
The
что да.
bad news is you deserve the judgment of God. The bad news
Да, кто-то ему
is that
давал.
you deserve hellfire according
Слава
to Jesus
Богу.
Christ.
For you.
But we have good news too. You got the good news and bad news confused, guys. You're supposed to cheer for the other part. The good news
For you.
is, despite you being a filthy, wicked sinner, Jesus
For you.
Christ died for you on the cross. That's the
For
good
you.
news. Despite you being selfish, self-centered,
For
sinning
you.
against God, sinning against your neighbor, Jesus
Кто?
Christ died even for you.
Пошли, куда они вот идут?
Well, I'm trying to make you help you enjoy eternity. This is what's going on.
от семейной
You know,
жизни на часок.
just like doing drugs is only short-term pleasure
А
and
завтра
then
будешь
long-term
сидеть
pain.
в кресле, может,
Same thing with all sin.
Володя.
Living in sin right now results in eternity of suffering. Yeah, God, he's saying God gave you choice. Of course God gave you choice. That's why you're responsible for what you do. God
Люди
gave you the
разные
ability
есть.
to love your neighbor.
Кто слушает, кто противится.
God gave you the ability
For you.
to have a foul mouth or to not have a foul mouth. That's why you're going to be responsible before God. But hey, we're not against your soul, we're for your soul. We're trying to help you. We're trying to bring the truth of God into your life. The truth of God is that Jesus loved you so much, he died on the cross for you. For you, because you're a sinner, because you deserve the judgment of God. And God, instead of giving you what you deserve, he's
For
giving
you.
you an opportunity to be made right with him.
For you.
God can't just forgive you.
Показывал футболку с каким-то
That's
образом.
why you have to
For you.
sacrifice Jesus Christ. You know, if God were like one of these district attorneys that solved on crime,
Repent or perish.
a just being. But God is just. God is holy. His law,
For
God's
you.
commandments
For you.
are perfect. They bring light. They're a light unto your path. God's commandments are. And so, Abraham, in this story that Jesus tells, says,
телефон только что
if they have the
выключился.
law and the prophets, and in other words, they have the Old Testament, they have the
Папа, у
Bible,
тебя
they have
только
the
что
scriptures,
телефон чуть не
and
выключился.
if they don't listen to Moses and the scriptures and the prophets, they're not going to listen even if someone would be raised from the dead. And that's very true today. We have Jesus Christ rise from the dead 2,000 years ago, and most people still reject him. Because the problem is not a lack of evidence for God, it's a lack of willingness to serve God.
But I also think that the way the portrayal of what Jesus Christ really is, like to me, this is a portrayal of patriotism. It should not be like
No,
like
this is a
Jesus
saves.
Jesus
He
saves from hell. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He wants
but,
to save you.
But for anybody to walk across, you consider it as sinners, correct?
Well, I'm not saying everyone here is a and he saw Lazarus with Abraham
Yeah,
in Abraham's bosom. And Jesus said that this rich man said, Father Abraham, please send this poor guy Lazarus to go dip his finger in water and to put it on my tongue, because I am very tormented in this flame. This is what Jesus said. And Jesus says, Abraham tells this rich guy, he says, hey, you've had your good times, and now you're suffering because, just like many people today, they've had their good times in sin, but they didn't live righteously, and so this guy ended up in hell, the rich guy. And he says, Lazarus, this is the compassionate story of Jesus. He says, well, okay, well then if he can't go dip his finger in water and let
And if you're choosing the devil today, you're choosing the losing side. Jesus Christ conquered the devil on the cross of Golgotha. Jesus Christ has conquered the devil. Stop worshiping the devil today. Choose life today. Because Christ is the giver of life. The devil has come to kill, steal, and destroy your soul. But Jesus Christ wants to give you life. Choose life today.